as you can see, she's very, very caked on. Can you give her a good clean? As I mentioned, we're still waiting on all the parts. Welcome guys to another episode. Here we're going to be chain cleaning and lubing. We're going to remove the guard first. This is done by removing some of those bolts. The importance of cleaning before you lube is that over time, if you do layer on layer, you're going to end up just getting more and more. I use the chain pack that I got from Motorbike. We link it in the description. As you can see, the chain is also rusted. There's a lot of gunk on that. So first and foremost, you've got to clean it all off. So in the pack comes a cleaner and the lube, as well as a brush, which is really handy to get in between the chain links. Takes a lot of elbow grease because there's so much neglect on this chain, and I'm still deciding if I'm going to replace the chain or just give this a lot more love. This is first bout that I'm going to do. I'm going to clean it a few more times. Just a bit in the background to go and clean the actual brush, and it got clogged up pretty much straight away. That was just with tap water. Usually like using the actual chain clean liquid, as well as I get the going out shortly to get a little bit more pressure in there. But by keeping the chain lubed, it makes it so that it doesn't links don't bind, and creates a smoother delivery of power from the engine to the back wheel. This is just one way that you can do it. There are plenty of other ways and methods. Moving it away from all my tools and stuff, so I can work in an area. This on my driveway ended up very mucky after this. So setting it up on the center stand did also free up that back wheel, and having it in neutral just meant spin the wheel. Obviously I was using my foot trying to keep myself away from all the spray of the gunk. If this was maintained and done frequently, then that'd be a much easier task. If you don't have a center stand, you can utilize paddock stands. In this point, you could jack the back tire. Ideally you want to just have it so that it free spins, and you can just idle the bike, or you could put it in first gear if you really wanted to take a more automated route. You move the bike back. At this point, it should be fairly clean. Like I said, I'm not doing a 100% job because my plan is to actually pull the chain off altogether, as well as all the further work down the track. So it's for operational aspects, it's important that you, at this point, want to get rid of all that water. Or if you've just stayed with the cleaner, it's time to now remove that so you can move it up. I've now got the compressor going to utilize compressed air rather than sitting there with a drag all day. Depending on the frequency of riding to how often you should check your chain lube, as well as checking the tire pressure. A link to a couple of other videos in the description for additional videos that I've done that help in those specific areas. As I've mentioned before, if there's specific things you want to see along this build, put them in the comments and I'll make sure that I make specific information around particular items. At this point, we've cleaned the tire, cleaned the chain, cleaned with water and with the cleaner. Now it's time to start lube. To lube the chain, you just spray it and spin the wheel, making sure to remember where point 1 was. don't want to over lubricate it. Problem with a lot of lubes is that they end up attacking with dust over time. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like, thumbs up, and subscribe. We've got more of these videos as I'm doing this build, and I'm curious as to what you guys want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.